welcome Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney and welcome to All Things Yarn-related, which is a bi-weekly updated video where I like to share with you guys some of my works in progresses and finished objects, give you a little bit of a recap just in case if you are new here or you might have missed a tutorial or two, and then give you some insights on upcoming videos and or tutorials. So first off, I just want to stop and say thank you for tuning in today, whether you are new or returning. It is always a pleasure to have you, and I just greatly appreciate you guys interacting with the channel and interacting with the videos, so thank you. And also let me know what you guys are working on while you're listening if you would like down in the comments. So let's go ahead and start off with a recap. There really wasn't too much that came out these last couple weeks, just a few basic stitch tutorials. And then also the main thing that I want to recap is the knitted beanie that you see behind me. That is the macaroon knitted beanie, which was actually supposed to come out on this past Sunday, but I did have issues uploading, so it did not actually come out until Tuesday. So if you did not see it on Sunday, that is the reasoning why. You guys posted on what was going on in my community post, but I know sometimes you guys don't always see that, so that is why I'm speaking of it now. Now, the macaroon knitted beanie is a mosaic style knitting, which I absolutely love mosaic knitting, but it has been now released in a tutorial, but also in a written pattern form, which is on my Raverly page. I will make sure that there is a link to both the written pattern and also the tutorial down in the description box. So that is the main thing that I did want to recap and had coming out these last couple weeks. So now let's go ahead and move into some upcoming tutorials and or videos, which I am so excited to talk about because for the month of May, there is going to be a shawl crochet along that you see right behind me. So that is the Obsidian Daydream crochet shawl that will be a crochet along in the month of May. So starting this Sunday, which is May 4th, there will be an introduction video that comes out explaining everything that you need to know about the shawl and date releases and all of that, and I'll go over that real quick. So that will be May 4th. And then on May 11th, which is Mother's Day, there will be part 2 that comes out, which is rows 1 through 25, which that is mainly what I have been working on this past week. I have gotten the video fully recorded. Now it's in the editing stage. So here is the part 1, rows 1 through 25 that I have been working on very hard this past week. I have spent numerous of hours in the craft room recording. Now I've got to start editing. So here is rows 1 through 25. It has not been blocked. You can block it if you would like as you're working along, or you don't have to. With me recording and everything and trying to get this done, I've decided not to block it while working it up. So again, part number 2, which is going to be 1 through 25, will come out on May 11th. And then part number 3, which is rows 26 through 51, will come out on May 18th. And then the last part, which is part number 4, is going to be the edging. Now, I have not got the edging done, but I want to say part number 4 might be only about 6 to 10 rows. I haven't really got it fully done yet, so I can't really give you guys an answer. But those will all come out on Sundays for the month of May at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm very excited for the crochet along, and I hope to see you guys there with me. So that's been one of the main things that I have really been working hard at. Another thing is I was asked by my mom about, I think sometime in March, if I could make a amigurumi stitch for one of her, I think it's her boss's daughter. I ended up having to redo the whole stitch because the original one that I was working on, I could not just understand the pattern, the written pattern for the body, so I ended up scrapping the one that I already had and then started working on a new one. But that one is finally done, the new one is finally done, and this has to go out this week. So here is my stitch that I was able to get completed this past week. Again, that was something else that I was working really hard on because I think the little girl's birthday is either May 9th or May 13th. I can't remember exactly which day. So this has to go out this weekend. So yeah, it's super, super cute, and I will make sure that the pattern for the stitch is down in the description box. The only thing that I added to the stitch that was not in the pattern is this little tuff here, which what I did was I slip stitch into the stitches here, chained, and then single crocheted into the stitches on how many ever chains that I wanted to do. So that was just a little extra additive there. But yeah, the pattern will be down in the description box if you want to go check that out. And then my brother ended up asking while I was live with Shannon on, what was it, April 19th, he asked if I could make him a few blankets and that he would pay me. So these are commission blankets. One of the ones that he wanted was a skull blanket. So after I got my part 2 of the crochet along completed and the stitch completed as well, that is what I started working on. Was it's a corner to corner skull blanket. So here is what I have gotten done within just a few, maybe like 30 minutes or so. So the pattern to that blanket will be down in the description box if you guys are interested. I just found a pattern on Raverly and said, this is good enough, and we'll go with it. So there we go. And then the only other few things that I have been working on is while I had some company in, we were traveling to the beach and I was sitting in the back seat, and I can't just sit in the back seat and not do anything. So I ended up casting on a cuff for a knitted sock. So just something to keep my hands busy and my mind busy while we were traveling. So I just got a few rows done on that. And last but not least, I was able to get some spinning done, which actually started with the live with Shannon and I while we were spinning when going live, which is some of my hand dyed fiber that I dyed back in January, the middle of January, which is one of the Nerds rope. So here is one bobbin that I still have to complete, and here is the other one. So again, this is called Nerds Rope. It is going to be up for grabs if anybody is interested. Now, I do still have another hank that is also up for grabs. So when I get those two plied together, this is about roughly what it will look like. So again, this one is also Nerds Rope, and this is 100% merino wool. There is 312 yards here, and it is a fine sport weight. So both of these are going to be up for grabs. Now, obviously, I don't know how many yards the other one is going to be just yet because it's not fully completed, but once it is, I will let you guys know. So if you're wanting those, my email is down in the description box. And I am also welcomed to, if you're looking for something specific to be spun up or hand dyed, whether that's yarn or roving, I am always welcomed to whatever you guys throw at me. So just let me know if you want to get in contact with me and we can figure things out. But that is about all I have been working on. What are you guys up to? What have you been working on? I hope you all are all doing very, very well. And again, thank you for tuning in today. But that is it from me. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video.